bad for, like, my husband. If he thinks about the sun he burns. I remember we were in Prescott, Arizona, and we were walking around the town square. We were probably outside all of 4 minutes. And he was like, "You're giving safe space?" No safe spaces with me. I hate that terminology. The internet is not safe. Get off of it. I always tell everyone, if you're too weak to take insults and stuff, like, you'll see people will come in and tell me how old and busted I look now and how dumb and all this. And it's like, that's the internet. There's no safe spaces on the internet. Just log off. You know what I mean? How do I feel about HRT? Nothing. I'm not doing it. So my gyno is my age. And she goes to all the gyno conventions. Like, did you know that there are gyno conventions? But she goes to all of them. Like, she's really into her craft. You know what I mean? And, you know, she's like, okay, we're perimenopausal. And she's like, all the studies I've read, she's like, I do not have faith in HRT. I'm not going to do it. So she goes to all these things trying to learn everything she can because she wants to feel better. Really into the box craft. Yeah, she is. She wants to feel better. And she's like, I, after all the studies I've read, can say inconclusively, they do not offer any sort of anything other than it's high risk and it's not a risk I want to take. So I'm like, okay. So I am not going to do HRT or anything like that because she's like, synthetic hormones, be it birth control, hormone therapy, they can take dormant cancers and multiply them and take you out. And she's like, that's not worth the risk. Oh, thank you, Mia. I'm not going to fuck up my face. It really, the world's most beautiful women are so insecure they're injecting their faces. And then you watch people like Megan Fox morph into a Kardashian. And she looks like a shadow of her former self. And it's like, if she can't be happy, what makes you think you're going to be happy when you start that shit? You won't be. It will never be enough. You're not fixing the problem. The problem is in here. See, there it is. You look like you're 60 already. Thank you. That's the internet. There's no safe spaces. Everyone wants to feel better by standing on your throat and insulting you on the internet. No, I am a has-been, and purposely so. Like, after this top model stuff, I had a lot of people reach out to me because they want me to come on shows and stuff. The one that stands out the most was ABC. And I'm like, I did a couple podcasts because I trust podcasters, but I'm so fucking done with TV. Fuck that job. Shut the fuck up, piece of shit. Oh, are you talking to that one person? I am an Avon lady. Everything I use is Avon. You should go to TikTok shop and spend all your money, though. That is what you should do. Do I have a toner? Can I get a toner here? I'd like to have a toner. Do I have a toner? There's a toner. And can I get one of these up in this bitch? Damn. Damn. But yeah, I'm getting old and I don't fucking care. But I trust my gyno a lot. A lot. And she's like, she doesn't even recommend birth control over 1 year because the synthetic hormones can multiply cancerous cells. She's like, she's like, read the fine print. All birth control is not recommended to use long-term past a year. I'm like, oh my gosh. And she showed me the fine print because I had lots of issues with my uterus. And she's like, prolonged birth control. And everyone's like, oh my God, yeah. The doctors just prescribe me stuff and they love me. No, they don't love you. They get kickbacks and shit prescribing you things. And then you're on it for a long fucking time and it destroys your uterus. Hi, I'm proof. And they told me, oh, it's her acne and you shouldn't bleed this bad. Guys, everyone bleeds that bad. Everyone's periods feel like maggots eating away your insides. You're not special. Mine's worse than most. No, it's not. It's all that bad. Back in the caveman days, they used to have a tent or a cave and all the bitches went into it and was like, ah, because it's that bad for everyone. You're not fucking special. Periods suck. Oh, but mine's so special and I bleed more than most. No, bitch, we all bleed like that. All of us. We all feel like maggots are eating away our intestines. It's not a pleasurable experience. Welcome to womanhood. If everyone had to experience what being a woman was, no one would fucking get in line trying to be one. I always say it. You wouldn't be in this line. Nope, nope, and nope. No. No. Perez Hilton posted a video saying he found God. Look, he was exceptionally cruel to me and used to draw male members on my face, squirting things in my mouth and stuff. It was so disgusting and violating. And he did it all the time. And I think the bad blood between us originated when I was like, F this guy. Look at what he's drawing on women's faces. And then he was like, fuck her, and like came after me, right? And it was like, he was brutal to me. But I'm not one of those people that are like, hold him accountable, cancel Karen, meh. It's like, he's allowed to change and shit. What kind of world do we live in now where we give no one any grace? That's not a world I want to be any fucking part of. So if he cleaned up his life and he's like sorry for shit he used to do, then by all means, why do we discourage people from being better people? You can be, you don't look like a top model anymore. Sorry. Look at your fucking default picture. Narcissist. Looks are the only thing that matter to me. I'm flexing in the mirror. Look at that. Sexy. I'm so good looking. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You're like Christian Bale in American Psycho. Looking in the mirror while you're going at it on someone. Ooh, yeah, look at me. Oh, man. If looks were what I put my self-worth on, then you could hurt me with that. I know I'm getting old. I know it. I look in the mirror and I'm like, ah, shit, good morning, motherfucker. I feel fucking 22. And I look in the mirror and I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck you. Who is this? Why is this happening to me? Who did this? Who did this? I need a little caffeine and retinol. So yeah, I'm an Avon lady. If you need one, I'd love to be your girl. Yeah, I mean, dude, what's the alternative to getting old? And I'm sorry, like, I don't feel like thank you for all the presents. And then his bio says, be kind to everyone. Dude, those are the worst ones. The virtue signaling asshats who pretend that you don't body shame, be kind to they're the fucking cruelest. That's why they project. They try to control everyone's behavior because they know how evil they are inside. Anytime a person comes in with their virtue signaling, I'm like, dude, we all know who you are, Gollum. A body shamer, my precious. Like, bitch, that's who you are. Get a mirror. Look at yourself. An ass hat? Yes. Wearing your ass for a hat. People act like aging is some awful thing. Look at what all these old bitches like myself are putting themselves through to look appealing. For who? For what? Happy birthday, Jackie. How about that? For what? At least when people look at me, no one's like, is that? It kind of looks like it. No, they know it's me. They know it's the old bitch version of me. They know it's me. I'm not a stranger to my own face. Like, you can look at me and be like, I know that bitch. I think I'm going to use vitamin C retexturizing peel pads on my face. It's okay to be old. Like, what the fuck else do you want me to do? Like, you want me to Janis Joplin this bitch? No, I don't. I have nothing surgical on me. In fact, I did go get my chesticles done, implants, worst mistake of my life. I've since taken them out, and because my natural tissue went into necrosis, I lost almost all my natural yayas. I went from a small C cup to I am a triple A cup. I might as well just be little balonies. Like, there's nothing there anymore. So anytime my friends are like, oh my God, I want to get boobs to attract men. I want to risk my life to be sexy. I can't wait. I'm going to sign my life. It's like Ariel with Ursula. And she looks away and she signs away her fucking life. Oh my God, anything to be sexy, to make guys go boing. Like, what, really? That's what motivates you? You fucking dry crotched motherfucker? You're in your 40s. This is the end of the road, bitch. Accept it. What the fuck you want to act like you're 24? I accept being at the end of the road. I'm at a dead end, motherfucker. There's nowhere else to go. This is it. Am I joking, right? Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. If you ask men, like, hey, a woman in her 40s, is she full of vitality and life and childbearing? No. It's the end of the fucking road. And yes, the crotch gets dry. Naturally. I'm sorry, bitch. When your estrogen starts going away, lots of things change. You don't have to fucking lie to kick it. We're all friends here. Coming in here fucking lying. I'm just as wet as I was at 20. Dude, how do you look in the mirror? How do you sleep at night? You're a fucking liar. You lying sack of shit. Holy crap. And then I got friends that say that shit to me, and I'm like, you literally shove HRT stuff up your hoo-ha. And then you act like that's natural. Get the fuck out of here. I'm the wrong person to talk to about this shit. Zero fucks given. None. None. No, I don't get Botox. That's injecting botulism into your fucking brain. No, thank you. Dude, it doesn't look good. It's all shiny and weird. It changes your eyebrow positioning. It changes your face. Even the subtle Botox. Bitches' faces are changed. I like my face. It's from my mom and dad. I look in the mirror and I'm like, hey, there's my dad and my mom. I don't want to see some weird, altered version of myself. I don't like it. I don't find it attractive, and I don't find it necessary. Everyone still knows I was born in 1982. I'm not fucking outrunning that. It's super public knowledge. How do I gain confidence? First, I grew out my gray hair, and I had to deal with everyone's reactions there. Then I got rid of my implants, and then I lost over 90%, 95% of my natural tissue. It was awful. Highly don't recommend. It was bad. So then it took a year of crying every day at my reflections. Every day I wept and I wept. It looked like just this mutilated, awful, like now I look like a 12-year-old. I'll take that, but it was so bad. It was so bad. No, I'm not on HRT because that is problematic and I don't want it. I'm fine. I work out all the time and I drink coffee and I'm fine. And people have been fine forever. I don't want to replace okay. Hormonal replacement is very problematic. My gyno, who I know and trust, is my age. She said if I trusted these hormones, if I trusted them, I would be on them. She's like, I go to all the gyno conventions, we go over all the studies, and I am not satisfied with the safety of this. I'm sorry. She's like, I know some chicks are like, anything to be sexy, anything to look hot, I'll risk everything. And she's like, I'm not one of them. I care about my life. And when they can prove to me that this shit has not got problems, when the studies are not inconclusive and all over the map, then I'm on board. She's like, but that is not where we're at. I'm not signing up. And I'm like, I trust you because we're both going through it. We're both the same age. We're going through the same shit. So I trust her. 100%. I trust her because she's like, I'm numero uno on board. Once all studies are like, this isn't problematic. She's like, but as of right now, taking birth control for over a year, studies show it's problematic. Any synthetic hormones is like, hey, dormant cancer that otherwise never would wake up. Do, 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 do. And she's like, She's like, I tell my people not to be on birth control for more than a year and all this shit. So I trust my doctor. I trust her because we're cool. And I've been in there so much with so many problems because I was on birth control for decades and it fucked my body up, man. It sucks. It sucks. It's so confusing. I believe my doctor. I know there's lots of nurses. They're not as qualified as a gyno that's been a gyno for decades, who also, the second she felt it was safe, would be on all of it. The second. Do I want kids? I'm a fucking grandma age. All my friends have fucking kids in their 20s, dude. No. That ship has sailed, baby. Into the west. Like, it's gone. And that's okay. I look, people have been dealing with menopause since the dawn of civilization. And I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but so is giving birth. So is having your period every month. I am ready to fucking man up and just do the thing. If all these bitches for thousands of years have been able to get through it, I can too. Now, does that mean that I've stepped outside sometimes when it's 20 fucking degrees out naked? Sure does. It's nice out here. So yeah, I trust my doctor. And she's like, the day that all the studies point to it's safe, I'm the first one on board. She's like, and you're the first one I'm telling. I'm like, God bless you. She's like, but as of right now, as a doctor going over these studies at all these gyno conventions, she's like, I don't have confidence in putting this in my body. And I'm like, boom. Yeah, they commercialize menopause. Dude, bitches have been going through this forever. Nothing that we're going through is any more special than every fucking bitch before us for fucking millennia. Like, we're good. We've got this. Trust me. I take magnesium every day. Yeah, hot flashes are totally debilitating. They're not fun. I have never met a single woman that's like, this hot flash is totally tolerable. Have you? I got this. It's fine. Not one. Not fucking one. I remember my mom in my teens. She opened all the fucking windows. I'm an Avon lady, by the way, so if you need one, I'm your girl. She opened all the fucking windows in my house. My grandma was there and alive. She wouldn't have lived if I wasn't there. I was like, it's fucking freezing in here. And I go upstairs and my mom's just sitting there like in shorts and a bra. And it's like negative 10 degrees out. And she has windows cracked. I'm like, your mother lives here. Well, I'm hot. I'm like, bitch, go outside. What the fuck? Grandma's like 80 something. You can't just crack windows. You have to go outside. You can't just open windows with an elderly grandma here. You can't do it. So when people are like, you don't understand, my hot flashes are debilitating. Bitch, I have them. They're not pleasant. There's not a single fucking time that I've had a hot flash where I'm like, gee, this is so tolerable and fun. Yes, they're debilitating. You're just sitting there and then your cheeks are all hot and you're like, holy shit, am I burning alive? Is this the Salem witch trials? What the fuck? I can't function. I can't even think. I get it. No one gets it more than me. I get it. And here's another thing. It's going to make you real sad. I've been going through this since I was 28 years old. Prolonged birth control use started simulating menopausal and perimenopausal symptoms in me. prolong use of synthetic hormones and stuff will thin the hoo-ha's walls and will trigger menopausal symptoms, perimenopausal symptoms, years and years and years before. I was waking up at 28 years old in bed as if someone took a fucking fish tank and dumped the fish tank on me in bed. I have been going through perimenopause for like decades because of birth control. It's been horrible. So when people are like, you don't understand how debilitating this is, I'm like, bitch. From 28 years old until today, I'm 43. I've been riding this ride, baby. It ain't no fun. It sucks ass. I get you. I hear you. I feel you. It's fucking hot here, right? Oh yeah, the brain fog and the forgetting words. I feel like I trained for that. Like I used to burn Christmas trees all day long, all the time. It's all I did. And at age 32, I quit and then my brain got clear. And as my brain's fogging again, I'm like, this ain't nothing that Mary Jane didn't do. I'm fine. It's as if I just pulled a couple of water glass things, you know? Yeah, man. I totally forgot all the shit I was supposed to do. I don't remember. Cheech and Chonging. Burning Christmas trees, Cheech and Chonging. So, it's that bad. That's how bad the brain gets. As if you Cheech and Chong all fucking day. Sometimes my ears itch, yeah. And I itch them by going... I don't care. I don't care if it's not sexy. My husband can just sit there and be like, okay. And I'm like, yep. Feels so good. Feels so fucking good. Feels good. Don't care. I'm not here to impress anybody. My ears fucking itch. And I'm making peptides. There's peptides in this. There's peptides in my eye primer. I love peptides. They're fun. Yep. Just piggy all day. Piggy all fucking day. I loved visiting Joliet. My only issue was Inwood Athletic Club is too hot. I went to the gym. It's too hot. No, my ex-husband's on his fourth wife. May they be happy. I go to the gym and people keep the gym at 72 degrees. That's for people who aren't working out. Like you're not working out. Because once your heart rate goes up, 72 degrees feels like 87. Why is it 72? So I want to propose this for the chatty Cathys and the people that just want to hang out at the gym and just do a couple curls and not work that hard. I support you doing that. But you need to bring a fucking jacket or a sweater for the people who are really working out. Because it's intolerable to have it that hot. Intolerable. I thought I was going to keel over and pass out when I was at Inwood. I truly did. Inwood Athletic Club in Joliet. 72 fucking degrees. And that's without working up a sweat. I was like, this is fucking nuts. And I get it. It's for all the old people. Put a fucking sweater on, Johnny. Otherwise, I love that gym. I have a home gym too. I've built it over 11 years. Give your opinion about Chapel Roan. Don't know her. Don't give a shit. I like 9 Inch Nails and Tool. My guess is she's nothing like that. So I don't give a fuck at all. She sounds like an entitled asshole. But that's pretty much everyone in the industry. Even the ones that like pretend, dude, fuck hot yoga. First off, I have no patience for yoga. I have no zen. I appreciate the toning it does, but I'd rather do like cardio kickboxing with weights. No patience for yoga. I am not a chill motherfucker. I'm just like, do, and they're like, oh, your chakra. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, hippies. I can't do it. Respect to you, but get the fuck away from me, hippies. Then the hippies are like, we're all wearing patchouli and we want it to be 90 degrees in here while we do this. I'm like, fuck you even harder. I want nothing to do with this. I have to leave. Hippies are really nice, but yes, I do. Sue Marie, I do. Hippies are really nice, but I can only take them in small doses. They mean well. They're nice people, but the crystals of Sedona and the fucking energy fields and shit, I'm like, I cannot do this. I cannot fucking do this with hippies. I can't. My sibling used to follow fish around, so we had all the fish head friends, and I'm like, you guys are real nice. I gotta go and smell people with deodorant on. I have to get the fuck away from you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You very nice people. When I moved out of LA, I'm like, get me the fuck away from drum circles. Get me the fuck away from hippies. So then I moved to Prescott, Arizona. Little did I know that the spirit of Sedona was right next door, and the fucking hippies started pouring out of there like crystals and vortexes. And I'm like, I gotta go. I'm sorry, hippies, you're nice people. I can only take so much of you. It is very floaty around. Like, I can't tune into your Tokyo. I've got to go. I'm sorry, hippies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, if my husband converted to something that would hurt our marriage, it would be being a hippie. I'm like Ronald Reagan when it comes to hippies. Like fucking Eric Cartman. You have no idea how much I laughed at that South Park episode when he was like a pest patrol for hippies. I was like, I love it so much. No, my husband used to love fish and shit and was a total hippie in his teens. I'm so glad he grew out of that. I cannot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the hippies out there. I do not hate you. I can't date with you. I can't hang out for more than like an hour before like the chakras and the energies and the vortexes and the Mother Earths. It's like too much for me. I'm not compatible. Yo, baby, you like metal chicks? My husband and I did have a conversation yesterday about what band was better, Nine Inch Nails or Tool. And I'm like, you can't compare the two. Tool is like hardcore rock, man. And Nine Inch Nails is fucking industrial. You can compare Nine Inch Nails to The Prodigy because they're both industrial. But you cannot compare Trent Reznor's music to Maynard's music. That makes no sense. That's like comparing Kanye West to fucking Taylor Swift. It makes no sense. You cannot do it. I love them both. I love them both. I have a fondness for Nine Inch Nails. Deep fondness, but I fucking love Tool. Either you love Tool. I saw facts and I thought you just called me a fascist. This is how much the internet has destroyed everyone's brains. I love Maynard. You fucking fascist. If that's what it means to love Tool is to be a fascist, then count me in. I'm total fascist. I love Tool. I love them. I've seen Tool so many times in concert. You fucking fascist. I cannot. Oh, Lord help me. Lord help me. I don't like hippies for more than like, an hour. I had a friend that dated a hippie and I was just like, how the fuck are you doing this? And then she turned into a hippie and I'm like, oh my God. And then she's like, I would like to do your star chart. I'm like, I can't. What your moon is in this and the sun is in that and then the stars align. I'm like, bitch, I support you having a religion of being a fucking hippie. I support it. I don't want any of that religion. I love you though. I don't want it. I don't believe in it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm sorry. I don't want you to I just smell Nag Champa and patchouli as I'm telling you guys this. I smell it. Don't you? Take a whiff. Can you smell it? You support pedos. Roro, I was harmed as a child. You realize how stupid you are, right? Like, imagine going to someone that got diddled as a kid and saying that to them and actually thinking you're the good guy. Look at me. You realize that from like age 13 to almost 20, all I did was abuse substances and struggle and like hurt myself and stuff. Like, it was bad. So have a seat, dude. And then my favorite thing is, your politician's worse than mine. No, they're all that way. Did you read the files? It's all of them. You don't have a fucking leg to stand on. There's not a better side, genius. Have a seat, virtue signaler. There's no better side. And trust, for me, I left the Democrat Party in 2020. I was like, I'm done with this. I looked over at Republicans. I'm like, Lindsey Graham. Fucking Mitch McConnell. Ted Cruz. Like, this is what you guys are offering? Holy shit, fuck all of you. That's where I'm at. Fucking Lindsey Graham. It's so bad. But to me, they're all equally as deplorable. I look at AOC, and she is no different than Lindsey Graham to me. They're just absolute fucking shit Sundays. And then everyone's like, my side's better than yours. No, they're not. They pit us against each other because together, apes strong. So what did they do? They're like, oh, make them all hate each other. And then we'll get away with all the terrible things we're doing. Of course. Of course, that's how it works. It always works that way, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Sure does. Sure does. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm like a 90s liberal, which today is considered far right-wing extremist. That's how left the left has gone. I get so mad when people call radical Marxist progressives liberals. They're not. And the liberals that ignore that their party's full of them, wake up. They're fucking nuts. I'm sorry. They're nuts. They're nuts. They're batshit insane. For me, it was when Dems were in power and they could have codified Roe versus Wade, but didn't, so that they could rile you up, piss you off. They knew what Republicans would do, that they'd give it to the states. And they're like, we will betray our own constituents and allow them to do this to raise money because they're so stupid. I was like, done with you forever. Eat shit. I see right through your shit. You guys are fuck ups. I hate you. See ya. Bye. And then I looked into Planned Parenthood and I'm like, how does this history of this thing ever get excused? Ever. Like, you're holding people accountable for shit that happened over 200 years ago? Right? No. You don't get to say all men making women's decisions because Margaret founded Planned Parenthood. And look into that bitch. You won't sleep. I'm like, I don't know how we just like erased that and pretended that doesn't exist. Holy shit. I've donated to them before. I'm deeply ashamed. Yeah, that bitch was nuts. And she wanted all brown people and white trash, such as myself, off the face of the earth. She was like, get rid of all the white trash. And brown people love Margaret. Now everyone's like, oh my God, we love Planned Parenthood. We love how it was founded. It's literally like having an organization that was founded by the Nazi Party. It's so bad. And that's when I just realized everything's stupid and dumb. And everyone is stupid and dumb. Oh, poor people. White trash, that's what I'm saying. Rednecks and she wanted just, ooh. I mean, did you see what I just did? I hit my mirror and my brush went do, 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 do. And I was like, oh my God, I just caught it again because I'm fucking smooth. I'm smooth. Your Avon lady is smooth. Misogynist. Women hate each other. Women like to blame men for us hating each other. Women fucking hate each other, dude. I'm done with this. I'm done with blaming men for our behavior. It is weak. The Salem witch trials, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You got Angela living in one house and Jenny in the other. Jenny comes outside and Angela's husband's like, bow, wow, wow, and she catches her husband checking out Jenny, and she runs right to the courthouse and goes, I just witnessed Jennifer floating around with Lucifer in the pale moonlight, worshiping Satan. I hate her. And then they drag Jenny away, and Angela's like, wah, bitch. That is what women do. We're really good at it. No. Stop blaming men for what women do. Accountability. We're so weak that men rule us so weak. We're such weak. We're weak. We're the weakest of the weak. The weakest gender that ever was. That everything's men's fault because we're so fucking weak. No, fuck that. We're strong and we hate each other because it's biological. You want to be the fucking head bitch in charge. That's what you want. That's what you want. It's biological. I'm fucking tired of women acting like they're weak. We're not. Men get in a fight. They bitch slap each other, and then the next day they're best friends. This is the truth. Women. One woman's like, she's ugly. And they hate each other for the rest of their life, even if they pretend that they don't. And then they plot and scheme, and they like character smear, and for their children's children. And then there's like one chick, well, I don't do that, so I'm going to pretend that other women. No, fuck that. Men have all their own problems. All of their own problems. Own our problems. We're mean. People come in here all day. You're old. You're ugly. You're old. And it's all bitches. Look at their screens. Look at their names. It's always women tearing me down. Always and only. I get like one gay guy that's mean. It's only women. My former BFF became friends with my abuser and told him all the stories I told her. Ouch. Fuck. Oh, catty. Catty, but gay men are not exempt. But the cattiness is a woman. It's not internalized misogyny. Blame men. Women are so good and so perfect. Everything is because of men. I will never hold myself accountable. It's men's fault. No, bitch. It's not internalized misogyny. It's you're a bitch. You. It's not a guy's fault you're a bitch. You made a fucking choice. You woke up, you chose bitch. I've done it before. I'm like, oh, good morning. I hate all these bitches. Stop lying. It is fucking weak. We are not weak. We are badass. Own that you're a dick. Just own it. Be like, all right, I chose violence today. Like, I'm so tired of chicks blaming men for their own behavior. It's so fucking weak and manipulative, which we are master manipulators. That's why what they say, a man's wife is the neck that turns the head. He might be in charge, but he's not in charge of his movements. We're the one, like, we got him on a swivel. Go over here, go over there, do this, do that. I'm tired of pretending women are weak. We aren't. We literally found a way to dominate and manipulate men into thinking they're in charge when they're not. That's like master villain shit. We are awesome. Like, are you kidding me? My grandma once told me, sweet, amazing woman, that the key to a happy marriage is to find a way to make him feel like he's made all the decisions and stuff when really it's you, through gentle love and persuasion, dictating his movements. Old girl knew what she was doing. She's like, that's how you let them think, that they are making every decision, but you are planting seeds everywhere with love and kindness. I'm like, damn, grandma, she ain't fucking around. She's just like, this is how you do it. No, I never watched Hannah Montana. Never gave a fuck. So I'm not trying to be a dick, but I have absolutely no desire to watch the Hannah Montana reunion. You're talking to a bitch that like grew up moshing at Marilyn Manson's Antichrist Superstar tour and to Rage Against the Machine, and I was at all the Ozfest. Does Hannah Montana sound like my thing? Can't wait to watch that, said me never. My grandma, I think, blames men to this day. I take accountability for all my shit. Men aren't in power of me. I don't know why we've taught women to be so weak that we're like, men have all the power. No, they don't. We are equals, yin and yang. We are equals, dude. I'm just as strong as my husband, but in totally different ways. When he's turned into the Hulk and he's all green, I can literally take his face in my hands and placate the beast. A beast that would destroy anyone and anything in its path. I have that power. Me. And he's 6'6" and 265 pounds of fucking hard muscle. Like he is a force. And I know that at any time, if I asked, I could weaponize it. That's power. I will never do it. I will never abuse my power because I'm in love with him. But if I was an abusive little, I'd be like, that guy was flirting with me and just see, you know what I mean? But I'm not that way. I don't know why women pretend we're so weak. We're not weak. We're not weak. We're not weak. Stop it. I think the greatest injustice that has ever happened to all women are other women convincing women that we're weak and that men have dictated everything to us. If this was the Middle East, I'd agree with you. But no thank you. You take your weak mindset and you fucking go elsewhere with that. I was in an abusive relationship. The first time, shame on him. Every single time after that, I taught him how to treat me. It didn't just come out of nowhere. I kept teaching him, you can do anything you want to me and get away with it, and there's no repercussions. That's on me. I had that power. Same with any other abused person. You have the power to teach others what your worth is and how to treat you. And it wasn't until a therapist told me this and then I really accepted it that I was like empowered. And I'm like, it was like the movie Labyrinth when Sarah's like, you have no power over me, to the Goblin King. Zero power. Any power that he had was power I gave him. That's how powerful women are. Any power your abuser has is power you relinquished, bent the knee, and handed over to him. And once you realize that, oh yay, Angel, I like doing my makeup with bitches too. Do you know what I'm proud of? Once we realize that, then we're fucking queens. There, I bended that. This is what I like. I want to tell you guys something I'm proud of. In 2016, my audience on social media, on all my platforms, was men. 90% male. I had no chicks that dug me. None. I worked really hard on changing my life. I didn't want to be a S symbol anymore. I didn't want to appeal to men anymore. I was tired, boss. I was 32 years old and I'm like, this is not what I want. This has never been what I want. To be some like men's magazine girl. That's not what I fucking want. So then I went on a journey to humble myself, put some fucking clothes on, stop marketing myself in that way. And now my audience is like 88% female, almost across the board. That is so fucking hard to do. That's what I wanted. And nothing against the men, but I wanted bitches. I wanted my girls. I didn't want a bunch of gross guys like, you're still hot, still would. I don't fucking care about you. I'm happily married. No offense, dudes that still would. Don't give a shit. Bye. Like, I'm not on the market. So I don't need that in my life. I don't need that validation. I'm a Gen Xer and you're awesome. I love your personality and honesty. Aziza? Aziza? Is that Azizi? Aziza? How the fuck do I say your name? I hope it's Aziza. Aziza. Anyway, I identify as Generation X. Don't misgeneration me. I have nothing in common with millennials. I know they say I'm a zennial or whatever. All my friends were older. Always. I only wanted to hang out with like my brother and his friends. He was older. I just don't have anything in common with people that grew up watching Barney. I grew up watching Dark Crystal and Labyrinth and Legend and shit. And listening to the Cars and, you know. I don't identify with that. I know I'm supposed to be that, but I'm far more comfortable in a room full of Gen Xers than I am millennials. Does that make sense? Like everyone's like, your fucking humor is total Gen X. Sitting there and someone's like, oh, hey, what should we do with this? And blah, blah, blah. But like, your mom knows what to do with it. Go ask your fucking mother. I remember having to remember all my friends' phone numbers. I had no cell phone until I was 21 years old. I didn't have a cell phone. Nothing. No cell phone. Your mom, born in 83, same. You baby, you. Used to have to transcribe your old reality show for work, and the abuse you went through was infuriating. Melly, did you work on My Fair Brady? I'm deeply ashamed I did that show. I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't go through that, but I would say we were very poorly matched. And I lost my strength as a woman. I'm embarrassed that other girls had to see me lose my strength in myself. But I have to be glad I went through that because I had a list of non-negotiables that I needed in a man, and now I am married to my bestest friend. We're both toxic. Both. I just sat there burning Christmas trees all the time to placate, like if I was sad or something was bad, I was like, I'm not going to talk bad about him. We were very mismatched. When someone thinks they're above you and better than you, that's not going to be good. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's not going to be good. You have to be on the same page. You have to respect one another. And I think that's what I was just with someone who did not in any way respect me. And, you know, that's not his fault. But that's not compatible. I was so desperate. All my friends were getting married and having children. After I won Top Model, my boyfriend of like 4 years dumped me before I won, before everyone knew I won. And I was devastated. Had that not happened, I probably would have married him, no problem. I actually thought we'd get married and have kids. I'm really glad it didn't happen. But by the time I met my ex-husband, I had already been pining over my ex for like 3 years. We had been broken up, or two years. I was still totally, then I would have told you, oh, no. I don't hold a candle for my ex. Then I did. I totally did. But I held a candle for all that could have been, not what was. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I wanted a normal life. I wanted to have a family. Winning Top Model was great, but I've always desired normalcy, right? And that's a big reason why I retired in 2015. Like, I just want to be a normal person. I'm not aspiring. I don't need to be super famous. I don't need to be on the Real Housewives of this or that. I don't need to remain relevant and stuff. Being an Avon lady feels very normal. I had blue-collar parents who worked in factories. My mom worked in Kraft Foods, Kraft Nabisco. My father worked at Clorox Bleach. All my aunts and uncles and stuff are like electricians and plumbers. It's just normal fucking Midwestern people. So I was very, very overwhelmed after winning Top Model. And when I met my ex, I wrongly thought that I was like, oh, he's been out of the business forever, because all the guys my age did not want to get married. They all wanted to, like, you know, F around. I didn't want that. So in Hollywood, all the guys my age were players. Like, they just no one wanted to get married. So I thought if I found someone much older who had been out of the industry forever, that they would be more on the same page with me. But it just, thank you, Diane. Thank you to everyone who supports me as an Avon lady. That's the reason I went on that trip. But I thought he was ready to settle down. And I thought he was like over celebrity and all this stuff. And I couldn't have been more wrong. And we just weren't compatible. I'm not going to say he's a bad person, but he was a bad person for me. Right? And I was clearly a bad person for him. Like, he never respected me from day one. He just, I guess I didn't deserve it in his mind or whatever. So whatever. And then when I divorced him, I made him promise to never get married again. And he was like, you're right. I'm bad at this. I should stop. And then he went and did it again. Whatever. Not my problem. Thank you for the kitty. Thank you. I've made $12 so far. So thank you, That Girl Hoop. I almost read That Girl Poop, which I think would have been funny. But I didn't. Last second I caught what that was saying. Last second. Woohoo! But yeah, I'm very happy in my life. I wish him happiness from afar. I don't hold ill will for my ex, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be with my husband now. I wouldn't have learned what I learned. I knew I wanted no one in the industry, no one in the industry, no one in the industry. I did Juicy Scoop. I did an interview with her. It was fun. I already did it. You can go see it, I think, on her YouTube. She was nice. She's funny. She kept saying butthole. And I was like, I love this bitch. Because all I talk about is butthole. Because buttholes are funny. They're funny. I'm sorry. I'm like fucking 5 years old. I can never stop. I don't know why buttholes are this funny to me, but they are. Yeah, I don't have like ill will towards my ex. None. There was a time I was so brokenhearted when we broke up, because he didn't fight for me at all. It was like I was worth nothing. And I'm like, ball's in your court, and you're just like, fuck it. You know, and I was like, okay, I'm not valued. It's very clear. My poor husband, my poor sweet husband, my poor sweet amazing husband. Hey, Stephanie. I know, because Avon came out with Femme Bliss, which is a deodorant for your hoo-ha. And I actually tried it, and I put it on my butt crack and butthole. And I worked out really hard. Like, I ran for an hour, and then I did legs. And I was as fresh could be. And I'm like, okay, it works. I mean, it's for your hoo-ha, but it says all over body. So I'm like, who's to stop you from putting it in your butt crack? 72 hours of freshness. I'm like, I am putting this directly like around the brown eye and through the crack. Because now that I have an ass, because I gained a little bit of weight, so I could acquire a booty, which my husband is really into. When I'm like running and shit, like the sweat naturally goes down the crack. And then it smells ripe. So I was like, let's see if this shit works. Because I'm not going to lie to people. I'm like, okay, this shit came out. Let's put it to the test. Straight in the butt crack. And I was like, Yeah, around the brown. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That's where shit bakes. Your butt crack is the most disgusting part of your body. Unless you're so skinny like I used to be that you had no butt, that there was barely a crack and it's just all exposed. If you have a butt crack where the cheeks come together and I'm like, hey, I'm your butthole, but the cheeks are together, right? It gets stank in there when you're working out. It just does. I don't like under my gigantic boobs, which this is for too. It's for under boob. Armpits and intimate areas, and it said for under boob. I told my husband I want to put it on his balls just because it smells like light cucumber. But yeah, it worked in the butthole. Actually, why not? Why not? Why not put a little bit? It's supposed to be everywhere. But don't worry, I didn't put the applicator on in the butt crack. But I was like, I'm definitely... You will take a gender. Which gender will it be? Two-spirit? This or that? Which gender? I know you said gander, but it's funny it said gender. I kind of love it. Yeah, I totally do want to put it on his balls. We'll see. But I want to do it when he's going to like hit the treadmill because he sweats really bad where he has to wear sweatbands, or if he's doing his rowing machine, then he really sweats because it says it's femme bliss, but I'm like, okay, it's cucumber and aloe. Apply a pea-size amount to pits, privates, underboobs, tummy rolls, feet, or anyway. I should try this on my feet. My feet fucking stank. I'm sorry. They're fine in any other shoes, but my gym shoes, because I work hard. I don't go to the gym and not sweat. Like, it's like fucking rivers. And my feet stink after a while. It just fucking smells dirty gym socks. Jock strap, nasty fucking feet. I should put this on my feet. Not only does it work in your butthole, not in your butthole, around your butthole and the crack, but yeah, I smell all fresh down there after a run. A run. In pants, not even shorts where the airflow was going through. I wore pants and it smelled good. So I'm like, all right, but vagina tested and approved. We did it. I'm like, I tested it out and it passed the test. It's like the Lady Galadriel with the one ring, the one butthole, the one butt crack. And I'm like, Avon's got to hate me. They had to have thought in the office when they were going to release this, there had to have been at least one fucking conversation of, oh boy, what's Adrianne going to say about this? Oh boy, like, you know, they know me. They know I'm full of shit. So... you know, they were like, all right, we're coming out with our new intimate area deodorant. What the fuck is Adrianne going to say about this? Oh, God. Are you watching, Avon? I mean, I've had a lot of Avon ladies get mad at me because they think I'm trashy. And I'm like, I am. So what? If you met my mother, you'd get it. So I have a story that I'd like to tell you. Whenever people tell me I have a bad mouth, this is what I always think of. In 7th or 8th grade, one of them, I got in trouble and was in the dean's office, who was named Mr. Malloy at Troy Junior High. And Mr. Malloy called my mother. And there was a teacher who was pissed off at me in there too. I think I dipped tampons in red paint and hung them from his door. I think that was the one. But it was fun. Oh, and I took Snicker bars and I smeared them on the seats in the bathroom to look like shit. I mean, I might have done that. Anyway. So I'm sitting in there and I was in trouble, like deep trouble. And as they're telling my mom, like, all the shit that I did, right? It was almost like Donnie Darko when he's in the office. And the chick's like, I'll tell you what he said. He told me to forcibly insert the lifeline into my anus. And the dad's like, right? So they tell my mom something. And you could almost see the sparkle in her eye. Like, that's my girl, right? I think it was, oh, she runs around going, Lake Titicaca, Titicaca. And they're like, we know that she doesn't care about the lake in South America. I'm like, South America for my bunghole. Do you have any rollo? Like, maybe I do care about Nicaragua, Agua. I don't know. Maybe. But I'm in trouble. So they're telling my mom about my mouth. And I swear to God, this is what happens. My mom goes, I don't know where she gets this goddamn shit. And my dean and the teacher were like, the thing is, my mom had no self-awareness at all. She was just like, you're in so much fucking trouble. And I'm like, yep, that's my ma. No, my dad has a deep South drawl. My dad's from Arkansas. And my dad talks real slow like, okay, sugar plum. My daddy is like an ant from the Lord of the Rings. He doesn't say much unless it's worth saying. And he takes a long time to say it. Like vehicle. It's not a car. Vehicle. So I have some Southern things that I got from my dad. And people are like, what the fuck? Because in the Midwest, people aren't saying vehicle. But I say vehicle. Vehicle. Everyone's vehicle. Yeah, vehicle. Like hick. Commode totally says commode. Yeah, my daddy lives in Arkansas. And so does his whole family. Which is my family. So, my ma is your quintessential daughter of an Italian American from Chicago with the very bad mouth. They called her Norma Ray. My mom worked in factories her whole life. I always say she's the world's best dad. She does not have a feminine bone in her body. I'm sorry, Mommy. There is no mothering from my mother. There are harsh dude lessons from my mom. My grandma was the feminine one. But yeah, my ma, she is not girly. Not girly at all. And they called her Norma Ray, for those who know that reference. And she's got the fucking mouth of a sailor. I always told my mom, and I know my mom doesn't like Roseanne Barr because of politics. And I'm like, would you put politics aside? You are basically fucking Roseanne. Like, are you kidding me? Only you worked in a factory instead of a waitress. Like, stop. Who cares about Roseanne's politics? You're just as fucking crazy and your mouth is just as fucking rank and you sound like her. All my friends were like, they'd come over and be like, your mom is like Roseanne. I'm like, I know. Did Roseanne work at a factory? In the show? I'm talking about the show. I think Roseanne's one of the greatest fucking comics there. Chick comics don't do it for me. I don't know if they're like scared and stuff, but most times they don't do it for me. Roseanne hit fucking hard. She hit hard. You can hate her political opinions all day. That bitch came out swinging. And then they turned on her and they said she's like anti-gay. She's the first one to put all these gay people in her show and was pushing storylines for them. Then they're like, oh, she hates black people. She literally wrote the DJ episode where he wouldn't kiss the black girl and she's like, fuck you in his face. She wrote that. She literally did this shit. So when they turned on my girl Rosie, at first I was like, oh my God, what she said, oh, it's so racist, so bad. That's terrible. And then I looked into it and I look at a picture of that Valerie Jarrett. I'm like, one, I never would have known she was black ever in a million years. Like, I would have failed any test. I wouldn't have known. Two, she looked just like the doctor from the Planet of the Apes. Same fucking haircut. And we're supposed to pretend that she didn't look like that? Like, Rosie hit the fucking ball out of the park with that. She literally went to the barber and was like, hey, have you seen the doctor from Planet of the Apes? And the barber was like, yeah, man. She's like, can I get that haircut? That's like someone having the Beatles mop top and you going, you look like a beetle. And going, oh no, bitch, you look like a beetle. Or if you got a fucking mullet. Like, she literally looked just like the doctor from the Planet of the Apes. And then they said she was racist. So I had to, like, apologize. Because that's when I learned really quick that they lie about you. So here's what I think happened. Roseanne comes out with this show, and it's the fucking biggest, bestest, most baddest ass show ever, right? Everyone's watching it. But what she did was she humanized Trump supporters, which you can't do because everyone must hate them and turn against them. And I think that's why they hit her hard. I remember when she was running for president, I was like, I'll vote for her. I want to see her with the nuclear codes. It's like, fuck it. Fuck it. Just give Roseanne Barr the fucking football. Let's see what happens. I thought it would be funny. I do my makeup because I'm an Avon lady, and I find that the best way to promote myself as an Avon lady is to live it. Does that make sense? So am I technically going anywhere where I need makeup? No. But does it help me when people are like, oh shit, this looks good? And I'm like, oh yeah, everything's Avon. Yes, it helps me. She fled America to Ireland for peace. Who did? And I don't think you're going to find any peace in Ireland. Did you guys read that thing where the #1 baby name in Ireland is Mohammed? I'm like, what? What? I always say when it comes to TDS, Rosie O'Donnell, get off her ass. You would hate him too. Those two have been going at it forever. Like, if anyone has a right to have TDS, it's her. And I enjoy watching them go after each other. I'm sorry. It's funny. It's funny. It's free entertainment. It's funny. All day, let them go after each other. I am here for it. Who supports a shelter that saves trans kids from sex trafficking? I don't like kids being anything. And here's why. You need to understand that when I grew up, I thought I was a total les. Then I thought I was bi. I thought I was all these things. I tried to change my name. None of it was me. What you do from like 6th grade until about age 24 is you play with a million identities because you don't know who you are. No one does. So I don't support people being like, oh, this 16-year-old knows who they are, because from personal experience, fuck no, they don't. Hell no. And that's why I say nobody fucking encourage, nobody say anything and leave them. Your girl took my hair like this, right? And I had the crow haircut where all of this was shaved. Look at all the holes in my ears. It was all in there with my spiked collar, wearing my guy underwear and my guy clothes. And I would always say, I wish I was a boy. I hate being a chick. Can you imagine what would happen to me today? I publicly said this to everyone. I was like, I hate being a woman. I hate it because I had all brothers and my grandma had mostly sons. And there's something with Italian women and their sons. There's like preferential treatment there. It's true. So I was like, I want to be a boy. And I'm like, can you imagine if I grew up today? They would have took your girl out. They would have took me out. You're Italian, it's true. Yep. Those Italian women love their boys. And that's why I think my mom's such a dude chick, because she's the only chick out of 7 boys. So she's like a dude chick. And I know I'm like a dude chick, but I'm always like, leave kids alone. Because I was like, I know who I am, and I'm bisexual, and I'm a lesbian, and I'll never change, and this is who I am, and you need to fucking validate me. And my parents were like, fuck you. I'm not kidding. Shut the fuck up. And I was like, well, fuck you. And then like 2 years later, I wasn't that anymore. The end. That's why I'm like, I'm sorry. When it like comes to that, just leave kids alone and let them figure themselves out. But the last thing you need to do is validate any of their fucking beliefs and shit, because they don't know who the fuck they are, and they won't for a while. They won't. But I totally thought I was a lesbo. I dated girls. I have nothing. I'm nothing against anyone who is. I'm just not into chicks, man. I got hurt when I was a kid, so I was scared of dudes. And then I thought that, you know, that was safe. So then that's what I thought. But that wasn't me, and that's okay. Thank God no one was there to be like, all right, let's irreversibly change things, or really make you feel that you have to stay here and that you're stuck, because we're all going to sit here and validate your feeling. Thank God my parents were like, fuck off. You don't know who you are or what you want. Like all the time. I'd be like, I want this. It's like, you don't know shit. It's like, I know. When I got caught dating this chick, Sarah, I was banned from seeing her. And I was all like, you don't like gay people, to my mom. She's like, I don't give a fuck who it is. You're too young to date. Fuck off. I was like, okay then. Fuck you. Shut up. You're a kid. Like, we need more of that with kids. It worked. I was like, everything I feel, my parents won't validate because they say I am a dumbass. I don't know shit. Man the fuck up. And my personal favorite, get over it. Thanks, Mom and Dad. She was being a mom. Yeah. No. You're too young to be diddling with anyone. I don't give a fuck who they are. You're not seeing anyone. Shut the fuck up. Oh, shit. And I'm so glad for it. I'm so glad my parents didn't validate me or anything. They were just like, shut up. Come back to us when you're like 23 and you know who you are. Until then, everything you say is bullshit, and we know it because we've already lived it. They weren't wrong. That's what my mom sounds like. My mom sounds like me, but put a little bit more fucking bitterness in it. And heavy, heavy smoking. Get the fuck over it. I remember I was like, oh, everyone's gonna hate me, and oh, look at what you've done to my life. And my parents were like, shut the fuck up. I was like, I'm going to change my name to this. They're like, nope, your name is Adrianne. No one's calling you this stupid fucking thing. Fuck you. That's why when I see all the parents are like, I just do anything my kid says now. I'm like, thank God my parents didn't do that with me. What kind of dumbass would I have been? I would have been a complete fucking idiot. I'm so glad my parents were like, have a seat. Now, we're not going to invalidate your feelings. You're feeling that. But also fuck off. And shut the fuck up. Now you have chores you got to do. But nope. No one here cares that you're crying. We don't feel good either. Get the fuck in the yard. Do all your chores. And while you're at it, shut the fuck up. It's like, okay. Guess that's what I'm doing today. Shut the fuck up. You don't understand what I'm going through. My mom's like, I've been through fucking 80 million times more shit than you. Shut the fuck up. I feel great. My parents loved me. They didn't let me walk all over them and shit. I have friends that let their kids walk all over them. And I'm like, come on, dude. My best friend since kindergarten is gay, right? Clearly gay. That's fine. But he thought he was a pagan witch. And everyone's like, shut the fuck up. No one cares, right? But he kept with it. Even when everyone told him, shut the fuck up and no one cares. He was committed. He's still a warlock. That's when you validate people. When through the shut the fuck up, you're a kid, you don't know what you're doing, you just keep persevering and you keep at it. I have a witchy gay married man. Warlocky. He's only a witch when he's being a cunt. Being told to behave is asking kids to mass. Thank God my parents weren't pussies. Every day. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much that my parents were badass. Thank you for parents that didn't let me manipulate them, didn't let me walk all over them, didn't let me fucking rule the house with, oh, you have to call me this and you have to do this and that. And my mom would be like, I don't have to do jack shit besides tell you to shut the fuck up and sit down. Now, I love you, but you're not telling me what to do or how to do it. I didn't live all these years on this earth to have some little fucking punk 15-year-old try to dictate to me how I'm going to behave. Shut the fuck up. I'd be like, oh, I guess today I'm shutting the fuck up. And she was right about everything. I wasn't gay. Thought it was. So you'll get over it. But she knew my best friend was gay. Wise woman. She knew I wasn't. She knew he was. And I was allowed to shut my door in my bedroom with him. Only boy allowed in my bedroom. Only boy I could shut the door with was my friend. My mom's like a fucking wise wizard. She knew. She knew everything. You're going through a phase. Well, what about my friend? No phase. He's allowed in your bedroom. Hi, Greg. We love you. Welcome. That was my house. My grandma, sweet old Italian woman, my friend would come to the door and he'd be there and laughing. She'd be like, Adri, your girlfriend's here. We're like in 8th grade. And I'd see him like, and she'd be like, your girlfriend's here. And she was a good Christian woman. And the people who are like, Christians have to agree with gay. No, they don't. She loved my friend Greg. In fact, the last lunch that me and my friend Greg took my grandma out to was Lone Star Steakhouse in Joliet, Illinois. And my grandma had a wig on because she had battled cancer and stuff. And my friend Greg was like, ooh, if you want me to fix wigs and shit for you, because he does hair, he's like, I will fix all the wigs. And she's sitting there and she's like, I don't think I need any more wigs. I think my time's coming. And we're like, Grandma, no, it's not. Because she's like a mother to me. She like raised me from birth. And my grandma goes, when I go the way of the dodo, I'm going to have a funeral. And I'm going to have a full Catholic mass for you heathens. And you will both attend my mass. And we're laughing, and Greg's like, oh, like, you know, he's a fucking pagan. It's like, mass, and I'm like, mass, I'll light on fire if I go in there, Grandma. I will light on fire. And she's like, mark my words, you'll be going to mass. We're at the church. My life is essentially over. The woman I love and adore more than anything on the face of the earth has passed. Guys, I was a wreck. Just a wreck. Her casket's in there. The wake is over. We're saying our final goodbyes and we're sitting through an hour mass with an old school Polish Catholic priest that survived Nazi Germany. the doom and the gloom and everything he's talking about. He's like, you could leave today and get in an accident and no longer be here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Grandma. My best friend sitting there with his partner, suffering an hour-long Catholic mass. Everyone's looking at me like, do we stand? Do we kneel? Do we stand? Because I still remembered, you know, the 411 on what to do. My friend, I'll never forget, as the priest is going on and on, we're like 45 minutes into this mass. And my friend turns and he goes, Grandma was right. Because he's sitting there with his partner and he's a fucking practicing Wiccan in a Catholic church during Catholic mass, paying his respects. And I'm like, oh, and then I remembered the lunch, and I'm sitting there, just my whole world shattered, and I can't help it. I start laughing so hard. My whole family's looking at me like, inappropriate Adrianne, here she goes. And I'm like, and at first people think I'm crying, and then I'm fucking laughing because Grandma made all the gays and the queers and the godless fucks I've found God since. She made all of us sit there in a fucking hour-long Catholic mass. And without any hesitation or any pushback, everyone loved her so much they did it. And I'm like, oh, what a woman. What a gal. What a gal. Oh, it was so fun. It was fun. I'm sorry. Grandma might have been in a box, but I felt like she was sitting right there with us with that coy little smile on her face. So pleased with herself. But yeah, so when people who are like, oh, we hate Christians because they're like against gays, my grandma was as Christian and as Catholic as one could be. And though she thought, you know, that being gay wasn't the most optimal thing, she loved every single one of my friends, my family members, including their partners. She showed them nothing but love and compassion. They were always welcome in our house. We went out to eat with each other. Grandma never judged. She only loved. And that's when I was like, you know, when people dogpile Christians, I'm like, there's two types. Real Christians, like my grandmother, and then the assholes. I hate the assholes, too. They're a bunch of fucking dicks. Fuck them. I hate them. I can't stand them. So I hear you on that. But Grandma was the shit, and she knew she would get us all in there. Like, my grandma is fucking funny. So funny. I love her, and I miss her so much. And she was right. She foretold the prophecy that she would make all the gays sit through an hour-long mass. And I'm like, oh, and me, who at the time was a angry atheist. I wasn't even agnostic. I was just a pissed off atheist. I was just like, Grandma's funny. Oh, the kneeling stand-up. I'm telling you, everyone was looking to me. It's like getting on a bike. Being raised Catholic. I was like, oh yeah, stand here, kneel there, shake hands there, do this. And everyone kept looking at me. And they're like, damn, dude, you know all this? I'm like, you think I had an Italian grandma who wasn't dragging my ass to church my entire youth? Are you kidding me? Every Sunday, she's like, you come to church with me and we'll get donuts. I'm like, done. Church every Sunday, bitch. Let's go. I'm there. And then we'd go to Home Cut Donuts after going to St. Ray's Cathedral. If you were in my house, you would see bits of my grandma everywhere. Everywhere. Once you're Catholic, you're always Catholic, even though I won't go into the church because I'm sorry, Vatican, but F you. F you. But yeah, my grandma had our doors wide open and welcomed, I mean, half my friends are gay. Like half of them. When you grow up a loser in high school, it is a beautiful one, right? Who are your friends? The nerds, the downtrodden, and all the queers. That's your friends. That's what happens. That's your friends. And my grandma, being the most Catholic, God-fearing woman on earth, welcomed every single one in her house. I remember my little cousin was nervous to bring her girlfriend to our Christmas. She was nervous because she was scared of, you know, like, hey, here's my girl. And I was like, don't you see my friends I bring here? Because my BFF since kindergarten is like family, right? And I'm like, there he is with his partner every Christmas Eve coming over. Why do you think they're going to be mad at you? And she's like, well, maybe this uncle and that uncle. I'm like, roll up in here with your girl and do us all a favor. Don't come out. Don't make it fucking awkward. Just roll in holding her hand. That's it. You don't have to be like, all right, everyone, we have to have a big scenario. I'm like, just roll in. Nothing will happen, guarantee you. And she's like, but, I'm like, if anything happens, me and my ma will be the first one to be like, fuck all of you. Shut the fuck up. It's Christmas, right? Everyone sit down, shut the fuck up. So she rolled in. I remember her being all nervous with her girl. Nothing happened. You don't have to come out and have some big thing. No one fucking cares that much. And if they do, then they'll say something. But the majority of people don't give a shit. So just roll in and be yourself. And that's what she did. And now they're married and she's come to every Christmas and it was never a fucking thing. And no one fucking said shit. And I'm so glad I was able to help a family member do that. I'm like, dude, this whole like having to have a meeting, like, guys, I'm an addict. Like, you don't need to do that. I mean, maybe if it's with like your siblings or your most intimate family, if that's what you want to do, but this is a fucking Christmas party with 100 fucking cousins and aunts and uncles and everything. You don't need to do any of it. Trust me. And it worked out just fine. So I always tell anyone, like, I'm thinking about coming out. I'm like, just don't say anything. Just roll in with your dude or your chick. Like, you make it 90 million times weirder. But, you know what I mean? Like, when I roll in on Christmas and I got a boyfriend or something, I'm not like, all right, everyone sit down. This is John. And John and I are a thing. No, let him to do something. Doesn't need to be announced. Just roll in. And it was nice to see her. It was like taking the training wheels off a bike. And she rolled in to see her go from nervous to like not giving a fuck anymore because no one said shit. No one said shit. That's how you should do it. I highly recommend it. I've seen it work in real time. This is so 1990s. This was like early 2000s. Mid 2000s? 2006 maybe? Yeah. I think that. If people aren't going to accept you, they'll say something, and then half the people who do will be like, fuck you, guy. And that's how it works. No need to make an announcement. Just, you know, roll in and do your thing. You don't owe anyone a fucking explanation about your life. This whole culture where people think they owe... You don't owe anyone anything. Be yourself. And if someone doesn't like you, fuck them. Fuck them. I kind of like what we've done here. This is a little fun. I think it makes my eyes pop. I think it looks good. Do you guys like it? Do you like what your Avon lady's done here? I'm telling you, you don't owe anyone anything. You don't. So I always tell all my loved ones, your coming out should be nothing. It should be treated like another day. And if someone says something, just look at them and be like, you didn't know I was gay? Damn, dude. Well, you got a head in the sand? Fuck. Your powers of observation are like negative 30. Just make fun of them. That's what I'd do. Were you the top Avon lady? I am online. There's someone who's kicking my ass. But I think I'm number one online. Though they don't have that category. There we go. Look at me. Who am I? Every chick on Instagram. I don't use filler. I haven't changed anything. I look the same. Bitch, no you don't. Let me be the one to tell you. Actually, my man's looking for Avon. Dude, men use skincare. I got my husband on the skincare. Just do it. I'm an Avon lady. I'm an online Avon lady. You should buy everything from TikTok Shop, but I ain't on there. But I'm the #1 Avon lady in America on the internet. So if you need one, I can be yours. The lip filler, it just doesn't look good. From the profile, it looks bad. It doesn't look good. Like from this, like this thing, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Hair is good. Hair is hair. I don't do anything to it. I just let it down. And that's about it. But yeah, that's my story. My parents didn't give a fuck about how I felt or what I was doing because they knew I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. They didn't validate any of my feelings or my fucking new names or identities. They didn't give a shit. They're like, you don't even know yourself. Shut up. I think it's so sad Denise Richards felt she had to do that. I think it's so fucking sad. It really, I mean, if Denise Richards, looking the way she does, is not happy with herself, no one will be. And it never ends there. You will never be happy. You will never be happy. If you think nips, tucks, injections are what's going to make you feel better, then I have a bridge to sell you. It won't end there. Every single person I know that starts with a little filler or a little Botox, they're never happy, and it just keeps going and going and going. And then, like Courtney Cox had said, you start doing so much stuff, you don't even realize your face is like morphing into something else. Everyone I know is on Ozempic. I feel like everyone I know is on it. There's not a single, I mean, I have friends very open about it. GP1, whatever it is, they're very open. They're like, I just lost 70 pounds. Like they're posting pictures of before and afters. Like, hey, I started taking the shot. Literally everyone I know. Good. Age 100% natural, girl. Nicole knows homes. Do you though? Do you know what I know? Nothing. I don't know shit. That's what my parents taught me. Mom, Dad, you don't even know. They're like, you don't know. You don't know a goddamn thing. Sorry, that's like my mom's favorite word is goddamn. Sorry, Jesus. But that was it. That was my life. You see the way people coddle kids today? And I'm like, thank God that was not my life. I would be such a weak pussy of a person. Like, I would just suck ass. My parents did that shit because they love me. Like, you don't know fucking shit. And you won't for a long time. So, Kim Kardashian, I saw her before all the surgery when she had her Armenian nose, everything. And what I thought, straight up, this is before she even dressed up like it, that's Princess Jasmine. I don't remember where I was at, but Paris Hilton was there. And that's when Kim Kardashian used to be her coattail rider. And I was like, that chick with her is so fucking pretty. Like, wow. And she couldn't even be happy with herself. And changed her face. Not only were we not coddled, we were fucked with hard. Totally. Oh my God. My mom called me Miss Minch, Morticia. I would come downstairs, they'd be like, oh, Morticia has arrived. Oh, I love Trent Reznor. Oh, look at me. I'm in a spiked collar and wearing black. And everyone would start laughing. I was like, fuck you. And then he'd be like, fuck you too. Doom and gloom. She's so fucking depressed. Just trying to find herself in life. There she is, Mrs. All in Black. What horrible thing has befallen your mind today, Mrs. fucking Doom and Gloom, Miss Minch, Morticia. I have 2 brothers. But yeah, that's what my mom would say. My dad would ask if I was leaving the house like that in baggy clothes. My uncle, Me and my cousin were like best friends. We're the same age. We'd be in like baggy 9-inch nail shirts and jeans. And he'd be like, I love grunge. I love the 90s. The baggier, the better. Ladies, put your spiked collars on. Look as shitty as possible. It's great. She was really pretty. He's like, go ahead, go out there, cover every single bit of your bodies. And we're like, yeah, we're going to. Fuck you. And he'd be like, perfect. See you later. In your tulle shirt, and your tore up huge fucking jeans in the middle of summer. So hot outside. Doom and gloom. Go get it, ladies. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, my uncle said that. My uncle is hilarious. To this day, he'll get in my face, and it's with love. So he's a Vietnam veteran. And he's the crazy Uncle John. And he does this thing. Like, I'll say something, or someone's like, oh, I saw Adrianne on TV from that. And he gets in my face. He's like, you're fucking crazy. You're crazy. I love you. You're crazy. I'm like, thanks, Uncle John. Or like something will be happening. Like, this is nuts. This is crazy. You people are crazy. Love him. I've lived with him too. He used to live with me. He's great. But yeah, he loved his daughter dressing like shit and me dressing like shit, because he's like, none of the boys know what you're working with. Perfect. Keep wearing your parachutes. Keep dressing down. Keep going for it. He tells us to this day it was the best era ever to have a daughter. Your daughters weren't like hoochie mamaing it or wearing little Daisy Dukes. They were looking like shit. And he's like, I support it completely. Yep, that was my uncle. He's like, keep it up, ladies. Keep looking terrible. Perfect. She'd be like, Dad, I want this shirt. He's like, get it in a size extra large. Just hide it all up. Yeah, I know Kelly Osbourne is something. Her and her mom have done so much work to themselves that how do you look in the mirror and even recognize yourself? I would be like, who the fuck is that? That's not me. She was cute when she was a kid. I don't know why she felt that she had to change so much about her, but she did. Was it a blouse? It was a boat cover. Dude, I wore extra large 9-inch nail shirts. I wore Adidas pants in extra large. I had to tie them off to stay on. My grandma was like, this is horrible. She looks horrible. And my uncle was like, it's great. They're covering everything. In this day and age with Madonna everywhere, we want our girls covering every inch of their body. Go on, girls. Go get it. Doc Martens, totally. It's like, this is fucking perfect. You know, being a father of a teenage girl in the 90s, he was really winning that we were grunge. My dad was fine with it too. There was never a, you can't leave the house in that. It was like, hey, see you later. Because like we looked like shit. Oh, we looked bad. Guys, did you have fun today? I did. I have a big zit on my arm. I want to pop it. I probably shouldn't, and I'm doing it anyway. And I'm going to scar my arm. Oh, well, I popped it. I popped my zit. But I have to go work out. I have to go pump some iron and do some shit. I'm an Avon lady. If you guys know anyone that needs one, I'd love to be it. Though you should go on TikTok shop and spend all your money there. This eyebrow's looking wonky. I feel like I'm like missing eyebrow hair. This is what I do all day. I just brush these big burnt eyebrows. They piss so many people off. People get so mad at my eyebrows. And I just think it's funny. Because they fit my face. My face is designed to have these eyebrows. That's why they're there. When I used to pluck them, I had this big brow bone. I looked like a gorilla with a tiny little thing of eyebrows on it. People hate them. And I'm like, dude, you know what I hate? My mustache. That's what I wish would stop growing back. It never does. That's why I have these everywhere. And I'm like, oh, I hate my life. I even got laser hair removal and my mustache is like, nope, no way. Fuck off, bearded woman. This is what you're doing. You got to get the flavor saver. Sometimes you have the sporadic hairs here and there. Yeah, I'm fucking hairy. So when people are like, why did your eyebrows grow back after plucking? I'm like, same reason my fucking beard does. After copious amounts of laser hair removal. And they're like, oh, if you have black hair. Nope. My hair is like, I'm here to stay. My husband always tells me I'd grow out a beard, but I don't feel like it's as good as yours. He's like, I feel, like I can't compete with what you've got going on. Guys, follow my page if you don't. We had fun today. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. You know where to find me. I love the word copious. I love ambulate, ambulatory. I like buffoon. I like exodus. I just like exodus. Appendage is really good too. Appendages. But copious, I really like copious a lot. Which is what it means. Isn't it fun? Electrolysis doesn't work. Nothing works. Nothing works. Nothing. The beard is here to stay. If this was the 1920s, I'd be with the fucking carnival. And I'd be making so much money. I'd be like, look at my beard. And they'd be like, oh my God, this hot bitch. She's got a beard. I'd be like, sure do. Now give me some money. All right, guys. Have a great day. If you need an Avon lady, I'm your girl. And I will see you all soon.